What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Thank y'all for tuning in to Dysfunctional Conversations. Today, we have a great one. Today, we got a great one, y'all. Wow. And this one comes from experience. Y'all hear me? This one comes from experience. But before we dive in, I want to first say thank y'all for tuning in to Dysfunctional Conversations. Thank y'all for rocking with your boy, Tman. That's Real Talk with Tman, but oh shucks, we got a great one today, man. How? Listen. Healing from your poisoned family tree before you think to have kids. I'm going to say that one more time, y'all. Healing from your poisoned family tree before you decide to have kids, y'all. Before I dive into this video, y'all, please give me a thumbs up if y'all like what you hear. If you don't like what you hear, give me a thumbs down. I thank y'all for rocking with me. If you really like what you hear, don't hesitate to become part of the family, the dysfunctional family, and hit that subscribe button and hit all. Make sure you guys get notified when I drop these videos. But this is a good one, and we're going to get ready to dive on in. Before y'all think to have kids, y'all better do me a favor. I thank y'all for rocking with me. But this is what I need y'all to do for me. This is what I need y'all to do. Before you think to have a kid with anybody, mothers, listen to me. Before you think to have a kid, let's go do therapy on self. I know a lot of us black people, we don't like therapy. How y'all feel? I feel y'all. I see you, GG, checking in. I see you, GG, checking in. I see you, Princella. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank y'all for checking in. But peep this. You know, a lot of us black people, we don't like therapy. But it's a must. It's a must, okay? And I'm going to tell you why it's a must. Because before you have therapy, and when I say healing from that poison family tree, we know that as generational curses. That's what we know that as. But when you try to do that on yourself and you try to pray over yourself, you may not break this curse. You may not break this generational curse before you have this kid. That's why I strongly suggest therapy before you think to have kids. And this is why I say this, because generational curses are transferable. Y'all hear what I said? Generational curses are transferable. So with that being in mind, generational curses are transferable. Kids do not pick their parents. Okay? So you're being selfish if you don't seek therapy to get this generational curse, this poison family tree, to get this up off of you. Just get it up off of you, because now you're transferring all of this BS. You transferring all of this BS to your kids, coming way down from your great-grandparents. If your great-grandparents was some murderers, crazy, insane, gossipers, then you wonder why you gossip. You wonder why you got a little crazy in you. Each generation should get better, correct? Each generation should get better and better and better. And with that in mind, it's only right that you seek therapy before you have kids, because you don't want to pass along all of this bullshit to your kids. Do it make sense? Do I make sense? We never think about that. These kids is innocent, and you're actually selfish if you don't think first to say, you know what? Damn, my daddy may be a little crazy. My mama and them, that's all they do is gossip. My grandmama, that's all they did was gossip. Now, do I want to pass this on to an innocent kid that didn't have no say-so in picking their parents? No, you do not, okay? No, you do not. Okay? Now, this is very important to mothers. This is very, very important to mothers, and I'm going to tell y'all why, mothers. Open up your ears, because this baby is attached to you. This baby is in you for 9 months. And if for those 9 months, while this baby is attached to you, you may not believe it, listening to you, listening, hearing all the BS, all the gossip, all the profanity. It's picking up all of this, ladies. So it's very vital that you seek therapy first, because you're passing and transferring all of this negativity on to your child. And it's not fair for the child. It's just not fair. So ladies, tell your friends, tell your loved ones, if y'all thinking about having kids, just seek therapy. Pray. Go to a prayer. Get you a prayer warrior and pray this stuff up off of you. To be aware is to first be alive. So when you're aware of something and you know that something is a problem, you can fix that problem. Do that make sense? If you are aware that something is a problem, that problem can be fixed. So let's get with some prayer warriors. Let's acknowledge the problem. Don't act like you haven't solved the problem in your parents and you're saying, oh, you know, a lot of us, all of us is somebody's kid. I know sometimes you can look at your parents and be like, that's why I got that from. That's why I'm like this. That's why I repeat stuff twice or 3 times, because my mother do it. That's why I like to speak or talk, because my father liked to talk and speak. So we can see in some things that you're inherited from your parents or your father or your grandmother, whatever. Some of these things may not necessarily be bad, but trust me, where there's good, there's some bad. And hear me right here. Let me look at my notes. It might just be too late to try to pray over some generational curses after you had the kid. It may be too late. Who say your kid gonna ever recognize where they get this from? They just know that they do it. They don't know that they get it from somewhere. They're not praying over generational curses. Everyone don't run into somebody that inform them about generational curses. So don't think that, okay, I can just go have this kid, or then I can just pray, get the generational curses off you. No, do it before, so you don't even transfer these negative, psychotic mess to your kids. Give your kids that much grace. After all, these are your kids. You the one gonna leave the legacy. So give them that much grace. I think they deserve it. They deserve that. At the least, they deserve that. Once again, they didn't pick you. They didn't pick their family. So at least give them every bit of chance to come into this world with high probability that they're going to be successful, that they don't have to have certain mess that they dealing and battling with, that they had no part in playing. They didn't play no part in this being on them. Okay? They didn't play no part in it. So therefore, get some therapy prior to having a kid, please. And listen to me when I say this, ladies. Listen to me when I say this. Know the lineage of the father's history. Know the lineage of the father's history. Whatever father, whoever you chose to say, you know what, I want to have a kid with this man. I love him, but how was his father? How was his father? Was his father crazy? Was his father dealing with some type of psychotic type of issues? Was his father a woman beater? Was his grandfather insane, psychotic? All of this mattered. All of this mattered. I promise you, it matters because I'm dealing with some of this now. I'm only speaking from experience. I'm only speaking from experience when I say this. You can have a kid with someone, never done no research on the kid's father and their father and their grandfather. Never done a piece of research. You done had this kid and you trying to figure out why this kid is so prone to violence. Why do my kid like violence? Why they like guns? Why? Have you ever done some research to find out what their grandfather was like? Have you? Have you ever done research to find out what their grandfather was like? No, you just jumped in the bed, had a kid with somebody, and didn't know a piece of history about their family tree. Didn't know a piece of it. Now, you mad because you have to raise this kid. You seeing the signs, but you have no idea where it's coming from. You have no idea why this kid like guns. Trust me when I say DNA is serious. DNA is serious, y'all. You know, we want to believe this when it's something is hereditary as far as a sickness. You can believe this. You know, you do your family history. You find out my grandfather had high blood pressure. My dad had high blood pressure. Okay, I got high blood pressure. You can believe that. But you don't believe the mental illness? You don't believe the mental illness that comes down that family tree as well? Do you? Because this is what's happening. And we're wondering why our kids is suffering from certain things. You can believe the health part of it. You can believe the health part of it. You can know why your kid got diabetes or heart problems or different things like that. But when you talk about this generational curse, you don't want to believe that. Do you hear me? You don't want to believe that. So hear me when I say this again. Before you think to have a child with anyone, do some research. Try to find out what the man father is like before you think to have a kid. And if you can, find out what their grandfather was like, because generational curses run deep, y'all. It runs deep. And you're doing this therapy. You're going to do this therapy to make sure it's broken, to make sure the curse is broken. Okay? You want to make sure the curse is broken because it's transferable. The kid didn't pick you. The kid didn't pick their father. So give them that much grace. Give them that much respect. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be the one dealing with it. You're going to be the one dealing with it, and you could be dealing with it all up into your later years. You could be dealing with it. So is that something you want to deal with? Now, remember, mothers especially, if you toxic and you thinking about having a child, that toxicity, that can be transferred. That can be transferred. Ain't no games with this. I ain't trying to make you laugh. I ain't talking about if you're out there, you're a bust down or this or that. None of that. This ain't about none of that. This about that toxic behavior that you transferring to your child. Do y'all feel me? It's serious. And we don't think about this. I didn't think about this. My mother didn't think about this. I don't think her mother thought about this. I don't think most people think about this. But this is something that's a must. It's a must. Do some research, please. I beg you, do some research. Okay? It's important. It's very important. And don't think to try to be in a rush to have this kid and say, you know what, I'll pray the generational curse up off of me once I have this kid. It may be too late, all right? It may be too late after the kid is here. The damage is done, all right? Peep it. The damage could be done. And remember, know the lineage of the father history. The baby's granddad, the baby's great-granddad. Just know it. Just go back as far as you can. It's important. This is a lifelong decision that you're making. This is a lifelong decision that you're making. So it's worth to do the research. It's worth it. By all means, it's worth it. Don't be lazy. Do the research. And you will thank me once you have that child. You will thank me. You will be appreciative when you have that child. Okay? I want to say thank y'all. This was very serious, though. We have to think about this. You know, we have to think about this. And we don't think about it enough. But we just have to think about it. And if there's a baby that you're bringing into the world, somebody that you love, somebody you want the best for them, you want to give them the best opportunity, do it. Put the work in. Put the work in. I promise you. I promise you. Put the work in. Have a healthy child. Have a healthy child. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish.